We understand it. To get here is a nice accomplishment. You have to be great. It takes a lot. I get it. But who wants to be in second place? To win it, you have to be better than great. You have to be exceptional.
A conciliatory phone call.
get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the Oakland Athletics taking on the Seattle Mariners. Along with my partner Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. So the Seattle Mariners among the league's favorites after they lost in the World Series last year. And Singy, I gotta think it's somewhat deflating when you get that close to the ultimate prize only to come up short.
Yeah, I'd say deflating, demoralizing, agonizing. You can go on. And it's just tough, Boog, because just to get to the World Series is a huge accomplishment. So, getting those last 4 wins, though, that's what makes legends.
And with opening day, here's a chance to get your season going in the right direction and take that final step this year.
And now,
first pitch coming your way next.
Seattle Mariners.
Just about set to go now. And towing the slab here, George Kirby.
Well, this guy had a bunch of wins last year, and I'll tell you what, as a position player, when you've got a pitcher that's going to go out there, take the ball, and put you in a position to win, for whatever reasons, you're relaxed, you enjoy playing behind him, but you also are able to score for a guy like that. And that's who he was for his team last year, and I'm sure they're hoping they get more of the same this season.
A wide to kick the pitch. Popped up. Lugo makes the grab, and there's one down. Marco Mendoza getting ready to hit. And that one hammered. That's back. And it's gone. His first homer of the year, and they grab the lead. It's 1-0.
That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
We go to the top of the 5th, and here's the first baseman, Dermis Garcia.
The first baseman, Dermis Garcia.
Kirby back to work. On the ground, Mendoza fires across the diamond, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball.
Bo Phillip digs in now.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
And the 0-1. Bounced out to short, Mendoza. Fired to second. What a double play that was. Inning over.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
Back here at the ballpark, and the batter now, Marco Mendoza. Skubal back to work. High fly ball right field. McMullen drifts towards it. Makes the grab, one down.
Well, on the mound, very efficient. Able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch.
Next up for the A's, Bo Phillip.
Now
Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. Kicks and deals. To the right side. On the first, ball game. And the Mariners collect their first win of the season.
Well, his first save of the season is in the books, and that was a nice job of him coming in the game and closing it out. He's off and running now.
And your final score here today, 2-1. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Seattle Mariners, 2 runs on 5 hits.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. An AL West matchup on the show. It's the Oakland Athletics taking on the Seattle Mariners. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just a little bit away from first pitch. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Logan Gilbert. What's the word on him?
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4. But this is a guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball. He's going to go out there and give it his best.
Marco Mendoza stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Anderson, the runner at third. Rodriguez over at first with 1 away. That misses. Now 2-0.
Good speed on the base pass. He handles the bat very well. I wouldn't be surprised if the skipper puts on some type of hit and run or a run and hit.
That one ripped. And out of here. His second of the year, and they tack on 3. It's 3-0. Singy, he's got a nice hitting streak going, and he extends it another game with that swing.
So locked in right now, Boog, and clearly it's not like he's just stringing singles together during this streak. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing.
So now it's the Mariner cleanup hitter, Marco Mendoza. He had a big 3-run homer in his first trip. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Yikes, that ball was scorched, an absolute missile, and it almost becomes self-defense as the fielder when one of those things comes screaming towards you. Wow.
Now batting,
Mike McMullen
right
now at the plate.
Mike McMullen.
Hey, we got 2 down now.
The 0-1. Out to short, Mendoza. To first, third out, and that ends the frame. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. And stepping in for the Mariners, Marco Mendoza. He's already homered in this game.
Mendoza.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that ends the inning. 1 hit in the inning, a solo homer. 5 innings complete. It's the M's 5 and the A's nothing. Runner at first with 2 away. And up next for Seattle, Marco Mendoza. He's already homered here in this one. You talk about the power and the speed together.
Well, we knew he was going to be a stud just coming up, making his way through the minor leagues, and quickly at this level, an impact player.
Next offering is in for a strike. Rodriguez, the runner at first with 2 gone. To the right side, Garcia steps on the bag, gets him easily, ends the inning. No run. Here's the Oakland cleanup hitter, Mike McMullen. The 1-2. Hard hit left side. On to first, ball game. And the Mariners take this one in a blowout.
Well, this guy was dominant all game long. He had the stamina, and he was efficient with his pitches, getting all the way through this one for a complete game. He gave up one run, but when you look at it, an excellent performance. More importantly, his team got the win.
And this one finishes with a final of 8-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
For the victorious Seattle Mariners, 8 runs, 9 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Athletics, 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error. They left 4 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 11 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
From the home of the Mariners since 1999, T-Mobile Park here in Seattle. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Oakland Athletics taking on the Seattle Mariners. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this.
Your Seattle Mariners.
Just about ready to roll here. And today's starter, Luis Castillo. How about a report on him, Chris?
His career ERA's been under 4. What I like most about him is his reliability. Takes the ball every 5th day, ready to go whenever the manager calls.
Mendoza.
Marco Mendoza at the plate now. That's ball 1.
No, the 2-out walk. Got to erase that and really go to work on the hitter. You got to go ahead and just let him steal if he's going to. Try to create the swing and miss and get out of this jam.
Next one misses, and it's 2-0. And you wonder, is he in his head a little bit?
Even if the base runner doesn't steal right here, what's great is that he is dividing the attention of the pitcher and may serve to get...
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. That'll fire up the dugout, and the Mariners have the lead. It's 2-1. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. When you have a team that hits home runs at such a high rate, they can get back in the ball game so quickly. That's why that leadoff walk was extremely costly.
Striding to the plate now for Oakland, Bo Phillips. Looking for his first big league hit right here. On the ground, Arroyo throws to first, and that's the 3rd out. No runs, 1 hit, no error. And welcome back. Bottom 4, stepping in, the slugging shortstop, Marco Mendoza. Severino back to work. That one to first. Garcia takes it to the bag, 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. So the Oakland lineup turns over. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Frederick Nakajima. On the ground, out to short. Over to first, 2 away. Luis Castillo, a guy who debuted in 2017 with the Reds at 24 years old, multiple All-Star appearances, traded to the Mariners at the deadline in 2022. You think about that triple-digit fastball, but the changeup is the thing that stands out.
Yeah, and you could argue that he's got the best changeup in baseball.
And there's the 3rd out. That'll do it for the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Mariners 2 and the 8. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Marco Mendoza. And it was a homer back in the 1st inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boog, a 2-run blast. His fans were just still getting into their seats here at the ballpark. So if you showed up late to this one, you missed out on a big moment early on.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here's Alex Verdugo. He's 0 for 1. 1-run game, 1 out, 1 on.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
Runner on the go. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
You get a walk, and you get a walk.
right fielder,
Everyone gets a walk, Boog.
Manuel Margot up to the plate. Move to second. Mendoza back in on a dive. Double steal. And there's a base hit. In comes the run from second. And they lead by 2.
Well done. Drives in the run. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Now here is Mike McMullen. 1 for 3. Robles off of first with 2 away. Popped up on the left side of the infield. Mendoza makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. 1 left for Oakland. Score holds. It's 3-1. Marco Mendoza up next for the Mariners. And first offering is fouled off. The pitch. Swings here and blasts one left field. That's back. And out of here. His second home run of the game, and they add to the lead. It's 4-1.
Always scary for a pitcher when a guy can take a fastball down the middle and hit it to the opposite field. No holes in a swing like that, and that time that ball was hit hard.
Back in Seattle, all set to start the 9th in this one. Digging in for Oakland, Tyler Soderstrom. The 1-2. Out to short, Mendoza. Zips it across. 1 up, 1 down.
This was pure domination at home. Huge sweep. And now you go on the road. The flight's going to be very enjoyable. Get into the next city, get a nice meal, get settled in at the hotel, but come back ready to play in the next game. See if you can continue this momentum.
4-1 the final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Our final.
On the corner of Dave Niehaus Way and Edgar Martinez Drive, welcome to T-Mobile Park. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Detroit Tigers taking on the Seattle Mariners.
And now, your 2027
first pitch coming your way
Seattle
next.
Mariners.
Just about set to go and towing the slab, Owen White. Chris, he's looking for a bounce back this season.
Yeah, and I think this guy understands that if he doesn't make quicker adjustments and show improvement, that the patience that his manager has will not last as long as it did last year. So we'll see if he can get off to a great start. Perhaps the work that he did in the offseason will show good results early on. But he's got to get out of the gates going strong, or else he may find himself in the bullpen or back in the minor leagues.
And the righty deals. Grounder might be two. There's one. And that's two. One error in the inning, but nothing more. Bottom half of inning number one coming up. No score after a half inning. One down. And here is Marco Mendoza. Knocked in 3 of their 4 runs in yesterday's game. Base hit center field. Arroyo headed for the plate. Throw is offline and he scores. It's 2-0.
First pitch swinging, went up there with the plan to be aggressive. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Man at second with one away. Manuel Margot up next for the Mariners. Good power. Not great in the OBP department.
Drive it. Let's go, kid.
Pop up here, third base side. And there's 2 away.
Batting 6th, the first baseman,
Matt Mervis, the next to hit.
All right, one time, right here.
2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Drilled in the air, right field, way back there, and that is out of here. This place is absolutely loving it. His first homer of the year. It's 4-0.
Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time. Took a direct path to the ball. Excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Welcome back. Here's a big power threat. Marco Mendoza.
the shortstop.
Well, in their win last game, this guy came up with 2 home runs. Obviously trying to keep the roll going here in this one. And he deals. That one is absolutely belted. And forget it. He flexes his power with that swing, and they add a run. It's 6-0.
When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Man at second here with 2 away. And now for Seattle, Marco Mendoza. He's already homered in this game. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Hot shot to third. Throw over to Biggio. Ends the inning after they racked up a bunch of runs. So in the end, 10 men come to the plate. 6 of them come around to score. 3 innings complete. It's the Mariners 11 and the Tigers nothing. So 2 down. So now it's the Mariner cleanup hitter, Marco Mendoza. He's already homered here in this one. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Next offering is in for a strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. Kicks and fires. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. They get the force. Out number 3.
Nobody out here.
Back at T-Mobile Park. Now it's the second baseman, Jace Young.
Jace Young.
White back to work. Out to short. Throws across the diamond. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Well, he didn't recognize changeup earlier enough. Got out in front a little bit, rolled over on it, and beat it into the ground.
Man at first, Kevin Biggio up now for the Tigers. 1 for 2. 3-2 now. Bounce to the left side. Mendoza. The throw to first, and that is that.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join with the traditional 7th-inning stretch.
Here's Riley Green. 1 for 3. The 0-1. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Mendoza. Fires over to first. That ends the frame. Two outs, base is empty. Stepping in, Marco Mendoza.
Marco Mendoza.
Out towards left center. Green settles under it. And makes the play, and that's out number 3.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Guys start hitting up and down the lineup. You never know who's going to come up with the big hit, who's going to come out of the bullpen and get the big outs, but it's a good feeling, and you want to extend it.
13-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew, I'm John Sciambi saying so long from T-Mobile Park in Seattle.
We remind you to please drive home safely.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Detroit Tigers taking on the Seattle Mariners. First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to go. Starting in this one, Eduardo Rodriguez. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, It's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard.
Batting
So
fourth.
look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning. Change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Marco Mendoza stands in now and watches strike one.
Stay high up there. Nobody better right now.
Oh, and 2 as he waves at that one.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Rodriguez off of first with 2 away. Lined, and that's a base hit.
Round it.
The throw in, and the throw's offline, safe at third.
Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Here's Alex Verdugo. 2 for 4 in the game last night.
The left fielder. Verdugo.
That one missed. Next one off the plate inside. And it's 3-0. Manuel Margot up next for the Mariners. And they're all loaded up.
He knew he had a little wiggle room with the open base, but now that disappears. Mistake to this next batter, and this inning might really break open.
Here's Manuel Margot. Three-two now. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. One runs in. He's in there. It's 2-zip.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. I love that swing, and I'm sure his hitting coach does even more. Took the pitch right on the low outside corner of the zone and just ripped it for a base hit. And that's easier said than done.
Bottom half of inning number 2, and stepping in for the Mariners, Marco Mendoza. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
That a way to square it up. Great job.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Man at first, and up next for Seattle, Alex Verdugo.
Get back.
Brisky picks over Mendoza. Back on a dive.
Hey, come on, big dog.
Another move to first. And they're keeping him close. Left-hand hitter waits. Runner on the go. They get one. Mendoza caught in a rundown now. They get the tag on him, and that's the second out.
Right fielder, number 13.
Man at first. And now Marco Mendoza.
Really nice swing in his last at bat. Shot a line drive into center field.
Hey, come on now. One time. Right here. Let her rip. Here we go. Hey, you got it. No one better. Let's go, kid.
That misses the zone. Ball one.
Well, these Mariners putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. Looking at the numbers,
Rosario won. Over to first, but he beats it.
and if you're a manager or a hitting coach, you love to see your guys really fighting for every at-bat, every pitch. It tells you a lot about how they showed up to the ballpark today.
Alex Verdugo up next for the Mariners. He's 0 for 1. Oh, and 1 now. Runner on the go. Out to center. Vierling settles under it. And there are 2 down. Manuel Margot up to the plate.
Now batting, right fielder, Manuel Margot.
Mendoza, the runner at first with 2 gone. On the ground to the left, Ramos gathers and throws to first, and that'll do it. Nothing across, no base. Runner on at first with 1 gone, and stepping in is the speedy Marco Mendoza. Mendoza in his 4th year, a career batting average over .325, and he was selected for the All-Star game last year. Off the mark there, and that's ball 1.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Have a rip like you can. Here we go now, huh?
That one drilled left field, and it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Here's Rodriguez trying to score. Not in time. He's safe. And it's now 10-2. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
And now for Seattle, Alex Verdugo. 1 out and a runner at second.
Come on, guy. Get your pitch right here.
Now he breaks his bat. Throw on to Torkelson, and Verdugo is set down.
Got to feel pretty good for the pitcher. Absolutely sawed him off. Bat explodes. And then he makes an easy play on it. Pretty satisfying if you're out there on the ball.
Manuel Margot up next for the Mariners. 3-0 down. And a 4-pitch walk.
Speaking of walks, did you see anything special during your walk into the ballpark today? I know you like to take in all the surroundings.
I just love interacting with the people. It's just fun to connect. I mean, as I was headed up to the booth, one guy shouted at me, "Make sure to say hi to Kenny."
Oh, big guy. Sear this one.
Slow roller to third. Ramos tosses to first. Play made. That ends the inning. And welcome back. We go to the 8th. Kevin Biggio up to the plate. At the belt and fires. Swing and a ball popped up. Mendoza moving under this one. And he makes the catch. And there's one down. Kerry Carpenter up now for the Tigers.
Kerry
Hey, 2 down here.
Carpenter.
The 0-2. Right side. Arroyo. Tosses to first. Third out. Tigers string. And now it's the cleanup hitter for the Mariners. Marco Mendoza. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. And first offering is fouled off.
He's like Mike Trout. You figure whatever you put in his hand, whether it's a bat, whether it's a golf club, whether it's a basketball, he can do it and get it done. And a rare talent, so much fun to watch.
Out to short. Rosario tosses to first. 2 gone now. Back in Seattle, and now the first baseman, Spencer Torkelson.
Spencer Torkelson.
Bounced out to short, Mendoza. Throw to first is in time. And a quick out, number 1.
Well, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand.
When you win 5 in a row, the confidence just goes to another level, and you start to gain this momentum, and you think that you're never going to lose a game again because things are clicking up and down the lineup. Pitchers are pitching. Guys are making the plays defensively. This is the kind of feeling, it's not going to last all season long, but you want to ride it as long as you possibly can. Perhaps push it up to double digits.
And your final 10-7. For Chris Singleton and
Mm-hmm.